Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we've got 2 brand new heroes in the game and 3 costumes in the game with this new challenge event. And in this video, I'm going to do a hero review of those 5 heroes, and then I'm going to do some polls. I've got some challenge coins and some gems that we're going to do some polls for. Try to get lucky, pull one of these new heroes. I'm really hoping that I get Astrid. I think Astrid is the gem of the bunch. But before we get into those, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you can see my future videos. And diving right in here, let's look at Astrid first. So Astrid is sorcerer class. She is average speed. She's going to recover 50% health for all allies, and she's going to give all defeated allies a 40% chance to be revived with 30% health. All allies have a 20% chance to drop any received damage to 1 for 3 turns. That received damage is going to be for regular attacks, so if you are on offense, then it's going to be the normal attacks that happen at the end of each turn, and if you're on defense with her, that's going to apply for tile damage from the opposing team, so that's pretty awesome. And of course, that 20% chance to drop damage to 1 is also going to apply to special skills, obviously. Her ether power is defense up, that's going to give plus 20% defense for 6 turns. For stats, so I've got the double limit broken with emblems shown here. That's 1357 attack, 1634 shield, and 3103 health. If we take that away and just look at the base version of her being maxed, she has 927 attack, 1252 shield, and 2251 health. So a really powerful hero. Obviously the best stats in the game, being a brand new hero. But what sets Astrid apart is her family bonus and the new passives that the game just introduced for the first time. So Astrid, looking at her family bonus, she is a bard class. All solo heroes get plus 5% mana generation. Team members are solo heroes if they have no family or realm members in the team. So you need to make sure that for your classic heroes, so if you've got toons on your team, you need to make sure you only have one of those. Same thing with any other family, so your Untold Tales, these bard classes, any Secrets of the Opera heroes, anything like that, you need to make sure you only have one of each of those families in order for them to get the plus 5% mana generation. This is going to be a huge help for fast speed heroes who do not have costumes and are not part of either sorcerer, druid, or monk class, because in order to reduce the amount of tiles for fast heroes, you need to get 15% mana generation from the start. And if you have a legendary troop, you're only going to be able to get 11% mana generation from that legendary troop and 2% from all those other classes. If you've got a costume bonus, you're getting 5% obviously. And if you've got druid, monk, or sorcerer class, you're getting plus 4% mana generation. So those scenarios give you plus 15% mana generation to get fast speed heroes down to 7 tiles. All of the other 7 classes, this is going to be a huge help. I know on my roster, I've got quite a few fast speed heroes that this is going to benefit from. And the new passives that the game just introduced for the first time, the Quick Tempo Ballad. All ballads cast by enemies only last for 1 turn. And then Quick Tempo Dance. All dances cast by enemies only last for 1 turn. So think about Von Rothbert, who that effect lasts for 4 turns and spreads every single turn to nearby allies. That's only going to last for 1 turn, so it's not going to spread to nearly as many of your allies, which is going to be very helpful. You're still going to get silence temporarily, and you're still going to get that 1700 damage probably, but the silence is going to be a lot less, and it's going to affect a lot less of your team members, which is super awesome. And Sludgus. Sludgus has that Dance of the Slimy. That's only going to last for 1 turn, which is also going to be super awesome. That's probably one of the most overpowered heroes in the game, and Astrid is going to be a really good counter for that. Astrid has 1115 power, and I really think that Astrid is the gem of the bunch, but let's take a look at the others here. Next, we've got Bonzo. So Bonzo is a wizard class. He is fast speed, and he has 1262 attack, 1036 shield, and 1833 health on his base stats. If you have him double limit broken with emblems, he's going to have 1844 attack, 1349 shield, and 2499 health. I think that 1844 might be the highest in the game. That's pretty insane. He is going to rearrange the enemy positions randomly, deal 250% damage to all enemies, damage bypasses targets minions, and the attack bypasses defensive buffs. So definitely a pretty cool, fun attacking hero. His ether power is going to be special boost. He is going to get an additional plus 30% damage for 6 turns from his special. And of course, he has the same family bonus that we just looked at with Astrid, giving plus 5 mana percent generation to all solo team members. And then the same passes with the Quick Tempo Ballad and the Quick Tempo Dance. Personally, I feel like Astrid is probably the better of the two, but honestly, the passives and the family bonus with the Bard, Bonzo is a very, very useful hero. And he himself is going to benefit from that 5% mana generation being a wizard class, because he's not going to be able to get to 15% mana generation with just the legendary troop, because he's only going to get plus 2 mana percent generation from the wizard class in his talent path. So the Bard class bonus is going to get him to 7 tiles, which is pretty cool. Taking a look at our other featured hero, we've got Costume Dark Lord. He is fast speed sorcerer class. He is a sniper who's going to deal 560% damage to the target, reduces the duration of the target and nearby enemies' buffs by 2 turns. The target and nearby enemies receive corrosive poison for 4 turns. The corrosive poison deals 406 poison damage and lowers the target mana generation by minus 15% each turn. These are the double limit broken with emblem stats: 1692 attack, 1309 shield, and 2620 health. If we were to look at the base version, he's going to have 1190 attack, 988 shield, and 1870 health. And the poison is going to change for his special to 285 poison over 4 turns also. Dark Lord is part of the villain family, so based on if you have 1, 2, or 3 villain family members, he's going to have a 10, 30, or 50% chance to heal 15, 35, or 70% of the dealt damage when attacking an enemy. So a nice little healing bonus, and then he has another passive, Curse on Special Skill. When this character casts their special skill, all enemies receive 473 curse damage over 4 turns, starting low and increasing every turn. So he's basically going to give 2 ailments between this curse damage and the poison, which is pretty cool. Snipers have definitely been making a comeback, so Dark Lord could definitely be useful, especially with the high attack stats from his new costume bonus. Next up, we have Costume Caitlin. Caitlin is part of the Slayer family, is a fighter with their new costume, is going to dispel buffs from all enemies, deal 170% damage to all enemies, deals an additional 25% damage per remove status effect up to 370% damage in total, is going to add a plus 2 stack. The caster gets plus 12 mana generation at a max of 10, is going to add a plus 3 stack. The caster recovers 45 health each turn. For the Slayer family bonus, 50, 75, or 100% chance to receive the following stacks at the end of each turn. The caster recovers 15 health per turn, or the caster gets plus 6% mana generation. For Caitlin's passives, does have status ailment damage reduction. Damage caused by status ailments is reduced by minus 50%, so that's pretty useful. And then bleed on special skill. When this character casts their special skill, all enemies receive 472 bleed damage over 4 turns. For their stats, they have 1075 attack, 1064 shield, and 2038 health. When we look at them double limit broken with emblems, 1588 attack, 1440 shield, and 2760 health. So I wouldn't say Caitlin is a game changer by any means, but definitely a useful hero with the increased stats. If you're able to pull Caitlin, then I would look at leveling her up a bit, depending on who else you have. And our final costume that got introduced is going to be cSaoirse. cSaoirse is another Slayer. Their new costume is going to be a shield class, is going to deal 335% damage to the target and nearby enemies. The target and nearby enemies get minus 44% damage for 3 turns. Going to add a plus 3 stack. The caster gets 18% mana generation, a plus 2 stack where the caster recovers 30 health per turn. They have the same family bonus as Caitlin, and of course the same passives as well, with the status ailment damage reduction and the bleed damage when they cast their special skill. Their ether power is defense up, which is going to give plus 20% defense for 6 turns. So again, at this point right now, any new costumes that you get are going to be very relevant. Again, I wouldn't consider them a game changer by any means, definitely not a defensive hero. Another hero that if you do pull them, it really depends on who else you have to level up. I would probably put Dark Lord above the 2 new Slayer costumes, and definitely the 2 bards that just came out as probably the best of the bunch here, especially with Astrid. So at this point right now, we've got 174 challenge coins. That's enough for 17 pulls. If we are able to pull Astrid in those 17 pulls, I'm not going to do a gem pull. I'm going to save them for another portal. I really, really hope we get Astrid. So let's get started here with our first pull. Starting off with Ed. And out of the portals this month, I really think that this is probably the best portal as we get an epic Orla. I've only done pulls for one other portal this month, I think a couple weeks ago, and was not able to get lucky in that. I haven't pulled a very good legendary 5-star in quite some time, although I do have quite a few heroes that I'm still leveling up. Right now, Iga is my big one that I'm working on right now. I'm just waiting for a D-Blade to be able to ascend him, and then I'll be able to max him right away. I've got enough feeders stored up as we get another epic Sangreor. Let me know who you guys are working on, and if you are doing pulls in this portal, I really hope that you have some good luck as we get Candy here. I got a little excited by that yellow background, hoping that I was going to get Astrid as we get Cillian and Marcel. Marcel's actually one of the hardest hitting green epic heroes in the game, which is interesting. Yellow, got Waddles again. Waddles I love. Waddles is a very, very fun hero. We got Norrell. 6 more pulls with these challenge event coins as we get another Screekcock. A Zarel. Zarel is a good, fun, slow 3-star hero. It's pretty nice as we got another Screekcock. We've got 3 more challenge event coins here as we get another Marcel. A Whacker, and our last one with our challenge coins here is going to be Ingolf, which is a fun 4-star slow purple hero. All right, so we were not able to get lucky with the challenge event coins, so I am going to do a 10 times pull with some gems here. I did also forget to mention that there is a chance for a bonus legendary hero. So for each summoned legendary event hero, you have a 20% chance to get another legendary event hero as a bonus. So not the 100% legendary bonus that you get with the goblins and the elves, but 20% is still decent. So hopefully you guys get lucky with that. But we are going to dive into a 10 times pull with gems to see if we can get lucky with gems here and maybe get that 20% luck with getting a second legendary hero. All right, first up on our 10 pull, we're getting another Orla. Next up, we've got Eichelberg. Dark Lord costume. Nice, gonna get 20%. Actually, the 20% might not happen until the end, so hopefully we get that. But I will take Dark Lord. Definitely a good, fast purple sniper. DeAndre. Maeve. I get excited with that yellow background. I really wanted Astrid, as we do get a second one. Okay, we got Mean as the hero of the month. All right, I haven't actually pulled a Mean yet, so I will take it. But we were able to get costume Dark Lord. Really was hoping for Astrid, but I guess I will take the Dark Lord costume here. I'm not sure if I'm going to level them up right away. I'm working on Toon Quintus, really specifically for his Druid costume that gives the mindless attack. But costume Dark Lord might be making his way to the top of the bench after him. Let me know how you guys made out with your polls. Hopefully you got one of the 2 new bards, and maybe even that extra 20% bonus for getting an extra hero. But that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.